With its wide open spaces and abundance of wind and sun, the Northern Cape is blessed with a majority of renewable energy projects, and there are more on the way. However, wind turbines are said to cause at least 50 birth deaths each per year. Jackal buzzard, Marshall eagle, Ludwig buzzard, white-backed vultures, and various other bird species of conservation concern are among the casualties. Scientists are concerned as all these species are key to the ecosystem.
A lot of these groups of birds are already threatened for a number of other reasons. So the introduction of renewable energy just adds a whole nother layer of threat for a lot of these species. This is not just an issue for your raptors and vultures. A huge variety of different species are affected. In fact, we have records of over 202 different species have shown up as fatalities at wind energy facilities throughout South Africa, which is quite a large number.
The Northern Cape Department of Agriculture and Environmental Affairs says it's looking at tightening regulations.
The monitoring activities are guided by legislation, and there are guidelines that have been developed by Birdlife South Africa and the Endangered Wildlife Trust that guide environmental practitioners on how the monitoring should take place during that time. So even though the data is not very specific at the moment, there is at least some that are becoming available over time.
Birdlife South Africa says it's not opposed to renewable energy. However, it will have to be managed in a way that sees the natural habitat being protected.
Step number one, during the site evaluation for a renewable energy facility, where the layout of the facility in that environment can be adjusted to accommodate sensitive bird species. A recent development now is to start looking at painting one of these blades of a wind turbine a different color, or with a stripe of black or red, or whatever the case may be. And this causes high contrast in the background environment that makes the turbine more visible to birds.
Partly it's putting the wind farms in the right place, so making sure that we're doing the right studies, the right environmental impact assessments, so that we know that we're putting wind farms in areas where there is a low risk. Then once a wind farm's operational, there's actually still a fair amount that can be done. Something that's proving to be relatively effective is what's known as shutdown on demand, where literally you stop the turbine blades turning when birds are at risk, when they're recorded at the wind farm. And this can either be done by the use of human observers or technology.
Birdlife South Africa says laws and regulations currently on the books are good enough to protect bird species and immediate environment surrounding wind farms and other renewable energy projects. However, they need to be enforced. Ulrich Hendriks, SABC News, near Sutherland, Northern Cape.